What's up, guys? My name is Ty Zen. Welcome to the cryptocurrency.market channel. This is a trading, investing, entrepreneurship channel, and we are focused on making life-changing money, life-changing profits. We don't like to screw around with stuff that sounds good in theory, but doesn't really work out in the real world. So on this channel, we share stuff that actually works out in the real world. Okay. So in this video, guys, I want to share with you some real world stuff here about trading, investing, and entrepreneurship. Okay. Many of you guys right now are looking at the bear markets, right? Crypto has fallen 80-90%, and many of you guys are looking at it and going, holy shit, I bought Bitcoins when it's $20,000, and now it dropped down to $3,500 or $4,000. I'm losing a lot of money. And then you got this other group of people that's sitting on the sidelines, and they're saying, holy shit, I'm glad I didn't jump into crypto. The market just tanked 80-90%. I saw my coworker or my friend get into it, and now they're down like 80-90%. Okay, and then so you got these people that got in at the high and they lost a shitload of money, and then they got people that's sitting on the sidelines. They want to get in, and they're thinking like, oh man, I just saved a boatload of money because I didn't get in and I lost money. Okay. And then you got people that have been around since the beginning, like myself and the rest of my team members. And this is just another part of the market cycles. Markets go up, markets go down. So we just gotta wait for it to come over before it goes into another bull market, and then we make some more money. Okay. So I want to share something with you guys about how a concept called, test small and roll out big. And if you understand this concept, and if you apply it towards your trading, your investing, your entrepreneurship, right, it will help you out tremendously. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to give you several examples of what I did and what our team members did before we that helped us become successful in our trading, investing, entrepreneurship, and it allowed us to retire early. Okay. So many of you guys know that I came from Vietnam as a Vietnamese refugee. I came to America, right, and lived in America for many years. Unfortunately, my family was not one of those smart Asian families. I'm not one of those smart Asian guys that's good in math and science like everybody else, like most of the other Asians that you guys meet in America. So because my family came from a small, poor fishing village, and they were uneducated. When I came to America, I was uneducated. I never finished high school, and I grew up and lived in a poor, ghetto-ass black neighborhood, hung around with the wrong people, ended up selling drugs, went to prison for nearly 14 years, and then came out in my mid-30s. I went in as a teenager at 18 years old, came out in my mid-30s, and had to start my life all over. And doing the things that I'm sharing with you in a minute here, I was able to retire by the time I got to my mid-40s. So it took me about 10, 11, 12 years, somewhere around there, for me to get back on my feet and start with nothing, right, and get back on my feet and be able to retire within roughly around 11, 12 years, okay? And one of the things that I did not know when I first got out of prison and I had to rebuild my life and rebuild my financial life was I did not know the concept of testing small and rolling out big, okay? What happened was every time I would hear somebody talk about, oh, real estate was a good deal, a good opportunity to make money. Opening up a car wash was a good opportunity to make money. Opening up a gym was a good way to make money. Every time I heard one of these business ideas or money-making ideas, I would jump in it and I would go all in. Okay, I would go all in. Meaning, when I say go all in, I mean I would put all my money, my time, my effort, my energy into it. And 2-3 years later, a year, 2-3 years later, I would find out that it didn't work. It did not work. Okay. So, for example, right, I started a personal training website business. At that time, I was working as a personal trainer at the biggest Gold's Gym in the state of Texas. At that time, I believe it was the third biggest Gold's Gym in the world. Okay, it was huge. It's massive. Okay, there's more people that come. It was a 24-hour gym, and there's more people that come there at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to work out than most gyms that are open during the daytime. That's how big and how busy they were. Okay, so at that time, I thought it would be a good idea back in 2009 to start a YouTube channel to talk about weight training, about, I'd spent so many years doing nearly 14 years when I was in prison researching on how to get people big, strong, and fast, okay? And I was very good at it. And in prison, when we trained somebody to get big, strong, and fast, it was for completely different reasons. It's so they can survive in there. Out here in the world, when people try to go to the gym, they try to look good so that they work out to look good. In there, you work out to survive. And it's a different mentality. The training is different. Like the stuff that you do to get big arms and big muscles and stuff like that, it's got to work, because you can't be screwing around for a whole year and work out and not get bigger muscles, right? So it's very important, because the bigger you are, the more muscles you have. Like right now, I weigh about 192 pounds. That's about 87, 88 kilograms or something like that. And before, I would weigh about, I would weigh about 20 pounds more. That's about 9 kilograms more, 8 to 9 kilograms more muscle than I have right now. And the reason is because when I was in there, in prison, you fight all the time. It's a very, violent place. So because of that, you had to have big muscles. And that's the only way to deter violence, was if you had bigger, stronger muscles than everybody else. So the workout crew that I was on, we had, we were some of the strongest guys at the prisons that we were at. Each time I went somewhere, I would train a group of guys that we would work out together, and we were the strongest workout crew in the entire prison, okay? The reason why I did that was because I knew that if I hung around the biggest, strongest, baddest dudes in the prison, that increased my chances of survival in the prison, okay? So when we trained in there, we had no drugs, we had no steroids, we had no hormones, we had no pills, we had no food supplements, we had none of that stuff. The only thing we had was ramen noodles and beans and rice. That's all we had, okay? So the training that we do had to work. So I thought, hey, when I come out of prison now, I know all this training ideas. I started my YouTube channel. I started making a ton of videos on how to work out, and guess what? It was a complete failure. It was a complete failure because all the stuff that I was sharing with people on how to really work out and get big, strong muscles naturally without drugs, without supplements and any of that, no one believed me. No one believed me. I put in all that time, all that effort. I made more workout videos than I did crypto videos, and nobody believed what I said. The reason, and there was only one reason, okay? The number one reason that they didn't believe me was because genetically, I was not gifted to have a six-pack, okay? I was not gifted by nature to be lean, okay? My body, I'm not a naturally lean person. I walk around with 13, 14%, sometimes 15% body fat levels. So no matter how much I try to work out, no matter how good I eat, I just cannot. And then when I start getting lean, like when I start getting down into like the 10% body fat, 9% body fat levels, right? I would get really, really dizzy. Like, especially when I got like below 9%, it was really hard for me to stay focused because my body fat levels were so low. Like there was guys in the prison that walked around naturally, just training hard like I did. The guys that I would train, they would get down to 6-7% body fat and they had no problems. Like the only problems they had was that their joints were always aching and hurting. Like that comes with the territory when you have very low body fat. You just don't have enough body fat to lubricate your joints. So when you're very active and you work out all the time and you're training heavy, your joints are always hurting. That was one thing I did notice with the guys that were very lean. But for me, I would lose focus. Like it was hard for me to sleep. My quality of life was not very good. So after many years, I just finally gave up on trying to be lean because it really hurt the quality of my life, okay? So I did not know that when you get on YouTube and start making workout videos, people expect you, if they see me as a personal trainer, they expect me to have a six-pack. They don't give a shit what happens. They don't give a shit if I'm not genetic. They want me to take steroids, growth hormones, or drugs or something to show I have a six-pack. And at that time, in 2009, all the personal trainers on YouTube, most of them all took steroids. All of them were on growth hormones. And I kept saying that, hey, you can't look like that without steroids. And the viewers said I was stupid, I was crazy, I didn't know what I was talking about. And then fast forward 10 years later, they've all been exposed. All these guys that were on steroids and drugs, they've all been exposed. And now it's been revealed that they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were just all on steroids and drugs, okay? Now I'm sharing this with you guys is because I had this great idea that, hey man, I had nearly 14 years of experience in getting people big and strong naturally, and I thought that if I started a YouTube channel and a business and a website around getting people big and strong naturally, that would be something that would be favorable to the world and to the fitness industry and to the athletic industry and everything like that. It turns out it was not, because nobody gave a shit because I did not have a six-pack, okay? So I put in a ton of time, money, energy, effort into building a workout channel that turned out to be a complete, absolute flop and failure, okay? Complete failure, okay? So I wasted a bunch of years doing that, okay? Now let's fast forward later on, right? After trying to set up like 58 websites, okay, the cryptocurrency.market website and channel that you guys are watching right now, many of you guys don't know this, but this is actually like my 58th or 57th, it's something, it's up in the 50s, okay, website that I tried to start and business that I tried to start before it finally made us money, okay, before it finally made us money, okay. So, and by the time I got to this, I finally learned enough from all the other 50-something websites that I started that did not work, and complete failure, complete disaster, okay? So when I got to this one, right, I sensed that the crypto market was huge. It was going to be big, and I really wanted to have some type of business inside this place, inside this industry, in the crypto industry. And at that time, I was working for a company that was teaching people. Me and my business partner David was working for a company that was going around. We were going around the country. Every week we were going to a different city, and we would teach people how to trade stocks, futures, forex, and options. That's what we did, and we did that for many years. And David and I, you know, we were creating products, we were creating training, we were doing all kinds of stuff for the school, and we were getting nickels and dimes for it. And so David and I, we had this idea, said, hey man, I told the school to start, I suggested to them, and I highly recommended that, hey, Bitcoin is a new asset class. Crypto is a new asset class. We've been teaching people how to trade stocks, futures, forex, options. We need to open up a course to teach people how to trade and invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And the business owner thought I was a fucking idiot. The business executives thought I was completely fucking retarded. And all my coworkers, the salespeople, the teachers, the trading coaches, everybody in the company thought that I had went bonkers and I was a complete idiot, you know. Guess what the fuck happened, okay? Who's got the last fucking laugh now? Now that I'm retired and they're all still busting their ass and still working, guess who the fuck is retired now, okay? So there you go, guys. But let me you know, before I go into, I don't want to waste time in this video, you know, rubbing into their face or anything like that. That's not my intention. My intention is to share with you guys what we did to test our idea. So my business partner, David, and I, we said, hey man, since the company that we work for is teaching people how to trade and invest, and they don't want to do it, they have 40 campuses around the world, and they don't want to do it for their school, how about you and I, David, we go out there and we open up our own company and we start our own business where we teach people what I've learned, what me and Leon and David have learned and the mistakes we've made. You know, we've been through this huge landmine in crypto, and we've got our toes blown off, our foot blown off, our calves blown off, right? And we have survived. Like we made it through the landmine, right? The minefields, and now we can look back and tell people, hey, step over here, go this way, go that way, turn left, turn right, take 2 steps this way, hey, lift your feet carefully over here, don't get your toes blown off, okay? So we were more than qualified because we have made it. We were able to retire, and we have become financially successful and retire, right, and don't have to have a day job no more. We do this now because it's so fucking fun to do it, and we make money from doing it. So that's why we continue doing it, okay? So we said, David and I said, hey, look, what can we do? Ty, you have failed at 50-something websites already, and I know you've learned a lot from it. What can we do this time to make sure that we don't fail, okay? So here's what we did. We started our cryptocurrency channel back then, and many people were, one of the things that we got, like in 2015, we started our channel in 2013, and 2 years later in 2015, we started having people contact us and asking us if they can give us money to invest for them, okay? Now, you guys hear me talk about opening up a crypto hedge fund sometime in the future in 2019, but back in 2015, we were not licensed. We did not know how to set up a crypto hedge fund. We were not licensed financial advisors. We were not we did not have legal permission from the U.S. government to manage other people's money, to invest it for them. And we had a bunch of people contact and say, hey, Ty, if I give you some money, can you trade it and invest in the crypto market, and whatever money you make, we'll split 50-50 down the line, okay? You take half the profits, I'll take half. I just don't have time. I got to manage my medical clinic. I got to manage my dental office. I got to manage my law firm. I cannot do that, okay? So we were not registered to do that in America. We did not have legal permission to trade and invest other people's money, right? Even though it was okay with the individuals, it was not okay with the government, so we could not do that. And then David and I, we came up with this idea that, hey, since we cannot manage those people's money, I wonder if they are willing to pay us to teach them what we're doing, okay? I wonder if they're willing to do that. And so David and I decided, hey, you know what? The stock trading classes that we were selling at the stock trading school, the minimum cost was like $20,000. So we said, hey, the reason why they had it at that point was because they noticed the school did some testing, and when they lowered the price below $20,000, the students were not serious and they were not committed to learning. Like if they did the classes for like $5,000, like the people come in, they take the class, and they were taught everything they needed to become successful in learning how to trade and invest in the stock market, and they go home and they fucking wouldn't do it. Why? Because we didn't know. Like, it was a real pain in the ass. But then later on they did some testing, and they showed that if they elevated it to $10,000, the cost of the class, right? They realized that more people would take it seriously, and they would actually do what the school taught them, and they became more successful. And then they raised it to $15,000, and then $20,000 was the sweet spot. At $20,000, you pretty much, when we taught the students how to trade stocks or trade futures or trade forex or options, they would pretty much do what we asked them to do. And the success rate was significantly higher. It was very noticeable. So when David and I said, hey, you know what? We went to the hotels, we did the math, we calculated how much it would cost to rent a hotel, rent a conference room, how much it cost for the catering, how much it was to publish the training manuals, how much it would cost to rent the video projectors, the speakers, the video guy, do everything, the staff, everything. And we came up to where it would cost us about it would cost us like somewhere around $50,000 to $60,000 to be able to do a 4-day boot camp to teach someone everything that we know about trading and investing in cryptocurrencies, right? It costs us a minimum of $50,000. And that's just to break even so that we don't lose any money. That's for the attorneys to review, the attorneys to sit inside the boot camp, listen to what we say, make sure what we're saying is in compliance with the U.S. government regulations, the video guy to film the place, because we had to give everybody a copy of the boot camp after we were done, the cost to print the training manuals were like this thick, and how much it would cost to print it in color. We needed staffing, we needed several people to help out with the boot camp assistants and everything. So all that stuff, the flights, the hotels, to fly our whole team in to teach it, $50,000, okay? And now, obviously, at that time, we could have put up that money ourselves, okay? But I realized from making all the mistakes in my previous websites and businesses that I tried to do, where when I started pouring in all the money first, and if it didn't work, I would lose everything, and it would take me several years to re-save up all that money and then start another business or another money-making opportunity. So David and I and Leon decided, hey, you know what? We're going to create a registration page on our site. We're going to create a registration video, explain what the bootcamp is about. We do it and we register it, and we're going to tell everybody, hey, all you guys that are interested in having us manage your money or investing your money for you, or anybody that's interested in us teaching them what we do to be able to be successful in trading and investing in crypto and retire early, send us $20,000 worth of Bitcoins to this address. It was my address. Send it to this, okay? If we get this amount of money, we'll have the boot camp and teach everyone. If we don't have the money, we'll just refund it to everybody, and that's it, okay? And we decided that we needed a minimum of $50,000. And we decided, hey, just to be on the safe side, we added another 50% to it, which is $75,000. So $50,000 to $75,000, somewhere in there, we need to raise that much money in order to be confident that we don't lose money in order to teach this boot camp to everyone, okay? So what happened was we did that, and lo and behold, in the first couple of weeks, we raised about $60,000. I think it was like 50, 60 some thousand, somewhere around there. So right away, we tested the market. We tested before we rolled out big, before we bought computers, before we rented the hotel, before we hired the catering, signed the contract with the hotel for the catering, the conference room, booked the flights, all that stuff. We didn't do shit. Okay, we didn't do shit. Okay, we waited until we raised it the minimum amount that we needed. We tested the markets to see if the market was willing to give us the money that we needed in order to operate and run a successful cryptocurrency investing bootcamp for them. And because of that, right, we did that. And then within the first few weeks, we raised enough money. So that's when we started booking the flights. We started booking the hotel conference rooms. We put a down payment on the hotel conference room, renting the hotel. We bought the plane tickets for us, our staff, everyone that was involved. We put a deposit to hire the video guy. We did all this stuff. We paid. We went and put a deposit at the print shop so they can start printing our manuals for us. We did all this stuff. And at that point, that's when we busted our ass until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, every night, getting the training program, the curriculum, the PowerPoint slides, and everything together, right? And setting up the logistics, buying the marketing banners and everything that we needed. Started ordering all the Dell laptops because we give out laptops and hardware wallets to all our cryptocurrency investing bootcamp attendees, okay? We did all that after we tested the markets to see if the market, a lot of people know, the market was telling us they wanted us to teach them how to trade and invest in crypto, but we didn't know how serious the market was until we put up our Bitcoin address and when people started sending us the Bitcoins. At that point, we knew it was for real. The reason is because unlike credit cards, when you send us the Bitcoins, you cannot get a refund, right? We gave a 100% guarantee that we refund back the money if people didn't like it at the boot camp, right? So on almost every break on the first day of the boot camp, I said, hey, if you guys don't like what we've taught so far, let us know at the end of the day so we can refund you back your money, okay? We are not gonna accept your money if you don't like what we teach here, okay? This is not for everyone. You might have got excited, when you heard about crypto and about Bitcoins and you came here and you paid us all this money, but if you don't like it, let us know because we're gonna give you your money back. We don't want it, okay? And thank God, no one asked us for the money back. They were extremely happy with it, and they're still our clients till this day. Okay, so in this story, the reason why I share this with you is that we tested small. After failing at 50-something websites and businesses, I finally decided, hey, let me test the market first to see if they'll give us $1 before we do anything. Okay, so that's what we did to test small before we roll out big. And nowadays, we've had several boot camps already, right? We're very happy with it, right? And just a quick plug, if you are interested in, if you're not able to attend our previous boot camps and you still want the same level of training and information that we taught and we shared with everyone, you're welcome to order you a copy of the Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint. The blueprint is the entire recording of the 4-day boot camp that we taught to everyone that paid the $25,000 for. Okay, so that's what you're getting there. Okay, so get a copy of it if you are serious about trading and investing. Stop trying to figure it out. Get you a copy today. Okay, now here's what I want to share with you guys next. Okay, how do we apply this concept of testing small and then rolling out big what I just shared with you is in the world of entrepreneurship. Okay, now I want to share with you guys how to do this in the trading and investing portion, okay? Many of you guys that are sitting on the sidelines right now, either you've lost a lot of money because you got in at the top and the market fell, or many of you guys are sitting on the sidelines, you haven't lost any money yet, but you heard that there's lots of opportunity and lots of profit potential in crypto, and you're still sitting on the sidelines, you're not sure, the market doesn't fell 80-90%, okay? This is what I would do. I cannot tell you what to do, but this is what I would do, okay? If I'm starting out today, I would test small, okay? Let's just say that I have $100,000 in my retirement portfolio. In America, the retirement portfolios are called IRAs or 401ks, okay? In my retirement portfolio, I would take out like $1,000, $2,000. I would pay the 10% penalty fee for the early withdrawal penalty because you're taking it out before you retire, okay? And then I would go and I would take that money and I would pay the penalty fee, and then I would put like let's say I took out $1,000, right? I would go and I would pay the $100 penalty for taking out that $1,000 early. Okay, because in America, if you take out the money before your retirement age, like 65, 66, something like that, or I forget what it is, but if you take it out before then, you have to pay like a 10% penalty fee, okay? I would take the 10% penalty, take that $1,000, and then I would go put half of that in Bitcoin and then the other half into like Ethereum, okay? I wouldn't do it to make money, not just yet. I would do it just to go through the process of transferring money to the exchange, to Coinbase, right? I would recommend you guys set it up with Coinbase or with Gemini if you're in the US. If you're outside the US, use like something like Binance or one of those large exchanges, okay? That's been around, it's more reputable, okay? I would go and I would just go through the step-by-step process. How do I open up an exchange account? How do I open up a hardware wallet? How do I send the Bitcoins that I buy from the exchange? How do I send it to the hardware wallet? And I would send it back, I would send it forward. You might lose about 10, 15% along the way because of mistakes, okay? That's normal. That's okay. I'm gonna put $1,000 into it, and then I'm going to lose, maybe 100, 200 bucks along the way, making transactions, buying and selling it, and moving it around, losing the cost of the transaction fees, making stupid mistakes, right? I would do that first just to get the feel of what it is. Just so that I can see, okay, what is so unique about this blockchain technology? Why does Ty keep saying that the clearing and settlement technology is going to revolutionize Wall Street in the financial world? Why is it that all these, Bitcoin maximalists say that this is a store of value? Why do all the Bitcoin Cash maximalists say that, this should be a good currency, this should be the universal currency, right? I would do that first. All that is going to take a month or two, okay? All that's going to take, if you're fast and you can get all that testing done and all that done in a month, you are an amazing human being. You are way ahead of everybody else, okay? I'm gonna give you like 2-3 months just to do that, just to test that. Every day, come home from work, do some research, test how to send these Bitcoins around, these fractions of a Bitcoin. Remember, you have $1,000, Bitcoin is like $3,500 a Bitcoin right now. You do not have to buy a whole Bitcoin, guys. You can buy like a third of a Bitcoin or a quarter of a Bitcoin and just test it out. Bitcoin can be chopped up into 8 decimal places, into 100 million units. So you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can just buy like 50 million units of it, okay? So, or 20 million units of it, and then send each of those units. Those units are called Satoshis. You can send it a few Satoshis here, a few Satoshis there, just to test it and see. Go buy you something online with a few of those Satoshis and see how this stuff works. If you do that, you will learn so much more than reading online, than watching our videos or listening to anyone on the internet, okay? Just go and test it and see. Test small. And then if you're happy, if you understand why the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is extremely valuable and why Ty and LeonFu.com, right, has been raving about this since 2013, right? Then at that point, then you can consider, right, selling like half the junk that's in your house and putting that money into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You don't have to continue taking it out of your retirement or out of your savings or anything like that. Go sell. I tell this to everybody. People ask me every day, how do I get the money to invest in crypto? How do I invest? Go sell half the shit that's in your house that you don't use. You got 2 couches, right? Sell one of those couches on Facebook Marketplace, on Craigslist. Facebook Marketplace, you can sell it really quick, okay? You got 1 ass and you got 2 couches. You don't need that, okay? Look around your house. If you got a formal living room and a formal and a regular informal living room, sell all the shit that's in your formal living room. Ain't nobody coming over, okay? You don't need to impress nobody. Ain't nobody coming over to sit on that couch, okay? If you got a formal dining room and you got an informal dining room, right? Let's say that all your kids, your family eat in the informal dining room, but the formal dining room, the fancy dinner table, the fancy chairs, the fancy, bowls, plates, spoons, and everything that you only use maybe 3 times a year during Christmas, during Thanksgiving, and during the New Year's, and that's it. Well, sell all that shit because you don't need it and go put all that money into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. In every American family, there's at least a couple $1,000s just sitting in the formal living room, and there's at least a couple $1,000s sitting in the formal dining room, okay? That right there is $4,000. That right there is $4,000. If the market goes up, 100x, 10x, or 100x, that is a life-changing chunk of money. However, if it sits as a stupid couch or dining room table that is not used in your house, that's not life-changing. Every year it goes down in value, okay? Sell that shit and go put it. If you got 2 cars, sell one of your cars. Go get it. If you got 2 motorcycles, you don't need any of them if you got a car already. Sell that shit. If you play video games, sell all the video games and put it into crypto. I'm saying this, guys. I'm saying this because this is the absolute best opportunity on the fucking planet. We will not, in our lifetime, if you are watching this video, if you are alive on this planet Earth today, we will not have another market boom like this again. Okay? Think about this. My business partner, David, relocated, left the US, and moved to ghetto-ass Puerto Rico to save money so he can take advantage of this crypto boom. Okay? I left the US, relocated back to Southeast Asia to take advantage of this crypto boom, okay? Think about this, guys. If we're willing to do that, right, and there's absolutely no reason why you don't go out there and take advantage of this opportunity. There's absolutely no reason, okay? If you really want to supercharge this opportunity here, go get our copy of the Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint so you can get a head start, so you don't have to figure this shit out. We got step-by-step instructions on how to set up your exchange accounts, your wallets, how to test it, how to send it back and forth, how to secure it, how to buy, all that stuff. Everything is on there, okay? You have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to us when you get into it, okay? So I hope that this video inspires you guys. If you're sitting on the sidelines and you're sitting there thinking, oh, I've been following Ty and Leon all these years, but I haven't bought one crypto yet. Now, I hope this video inspires you, lights a fire, lights a fucking campfire under your ass, right? Like a blowtorch under your ass, so that you go out there and take action and take advantage of this opportunity. Guys, we are not gonna have this opportunity again, guys. Okay, I have been working my ass off since I came to America as a refugee, right? And I have never seen an opportunity like this, right? My whole family thinks I'm a fucking idiot because I left the US, and what they don't realize is that I'm not gonna have an opportunity like this again, guys. I am not going, you know what? If I want to come back to the US, I just do the paperwork, pay the money or whatever, and get my ass back in there, okay? But right now, I gotta take advantage of this opportunity, and my team is taking advantage of it. And I hope that, guys, please, don't let me find out that you have been following our channel all these years and you're not benefiting from this crypto boom, okay? Please don't let me do that. If you are one of those people and you have been following us for more than 6 months and you don't own one crypto, please hit that unsubscribe button immediately. This is not the right channel for you, okay? I don't care where you live, in Southeast Asia, in Africa, in America, in the EU or whatever. There's absolutely no reason why a person cannot get $5, $10, or $100 of a crypto, okay? There's tons of things that you can do out there to go get you $10, right? Go out there and make it happen, guys. Please do not let this opportunity pass you by. This is like, being part of the internet boom, right? The dot-com boom in the 90s, except magnified by 100 times. And check this out. We have an opportunity to participate in it. Like, I did not have an opportunity to participate, right, in Google, explosion, the explosion in Apple, in Facebook, all that stuff, okay? But crypto, we can, guys, and it doesn't matter if you're outside the US, okay? Back then, you had to be inside the US or inside the EU to take advantage of the boom in the internet. Here, this boom is accessible to everyone, okay? It's available to everyone, so please do not pass it up, okay? Thanks for watching this video, and I hope that you guys learned from this video. Test small, guys. Test with $5, test with $10, $100, $1,000. You don't have to test very large, okay? But try it first before you make any negative decisions about it, all right? Thanks for watching this video. If you like what I'm saying, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like what I'm saying, you think it's a bunch of crap, you think that the bear market's gonna go down, hey, leave it in the comments. Tell me why, okay? Don't just tell me I'm an idiot or a retard, okay? I already know that. I already know I'm retarded, okay? You don't have to tell me, okay? Leave a comment below why you think that this is not a good time, and give me some logical, sound reasoning. I'll read it. I'll take a look at it. And I'll make a video and answer it if it makes sense, okay? So if you want to follow me on Twitter at HeyTyZen, okay? Easy to spell, hey, like H-E-Y, right? Hey, what's up? Okay, Ty Zen, and follow me there, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in a future video.